The extended mile once more for race number 6. We're now racing in Class 4 company. Enormous Honour, who's third course and distance last week behind Superform. Trendy Win, 5th in that very same race. Casa Masters, his first start for Michael Friedman. Polymer Luck, course and distance winner back in May. Speedy Wally, impressive last time out. He goes back up in class. Joe Moreira jumps on board Tawny for the first time. And Aguial, the old boy, he was a course and distance. So that was Class 5 though, back in April.
It was. He was moving quite well in some recent work too, Aguial, so the legs are still taking him along as good as they possibly can. Pace here is a variable for me. Wame Baby, a noted runner. Polymere Luck and Race handy. Megatron probably caught deep a little bit, but then pushes on. Tawny could push up. Sempiternal's a front runner, but he takes a long time to get moving. Casa Master is a noted mid-race mover.
Daring Heart, he's coming up into this particular race fresh, and you can see him here. He's going nicely enough as well. He's had plenty of work leading into his particular contest. Here's Tawny working with Hurricane Hunter. Tawny, the one at the front, just some quiet work. He's an interesting runner because Joe Moreira's jumped aboard him, and he did have some good form last season, so glimpses of it anyway. And he's quite forward for this assignment. That was his first gallop, and then he backed up with this one on the 16th of September as well. Just typical Benno Young, not really pushing his horses and just letting them get into the bridle and working well down the straight is Tawny. Megatron, now he's looked a bit hot in the mornings. You can see a little bit of sweat around his girth. It's nothing too major around his neck area there, but it's happened on 1 or 2 occasions as well, but he still moves okay, just still looks a bit hot.
All right, we'll have a look at those two in action, actually trialling at Happy Valley in a moment or so with Karis. But don't forget, this is a jackpot in here as well, 1.4 million. So an estimated return in the region of $5 million here for the second double trio. Well worth getting involved. We'll kick things off here with Enormous Honour and Trendy Win. I really liked Enormous Honour here, but the race didn't pan out from at all. The pace didn't suit, and I'm not sure it'll suit him again.
Well, forget about Paul and I. Are you backing up here, Andrew?
Not as well. I made him best bet, didn't I? So I can't go in. I've got him in the numbers, but I'm taking him on the win line because I could just see the same thing happening again. He looked flat-footed and just didn't finish. Well, he's getting there, isn't he? But he just needs a solid tempo from start to finish. I'm not sure he'll get it.
It's the first half of his race where he gives it away, isn't it? He just can't stay in contact. But he's drawn a little better. I'm like you. I've been scratching my head for a while with him. I'm going to throw him in for 4th. I want to play him safe.
Yeah, I've got him in on a 3rd line. I think, look, he's run second, 7 times and only won once. So I suppose that sort of speaks for itself.
I think the key is when Neil won on him, I think he just had him focused that night, and he began well and he charged through underneath. Very small gap to get the win, and if Nash can get him in that frame of mind, then he can probably get it done.
I thought the drop in class would be the key, but he's still down there, so he's got a chance. Speedy Wally, this was a good win. It
was a good win, wasn't it? He once he got into the clear, hit the line very strongly. He can do this. We know he can do this. This is his 3rd win from 37 starts, but he's never put 2 in a row again, and he's up in grade. So if you want to take him, it's a big leap of faith.
Yeah, he gets in with 11 pounds off his back. He did win well. Zach Burton made him, really...
He's got a good record on him, Zach, as well.
He does, and he made him really find the line there. So he did look good, but as Paul said, his record of backing it up is not that positive. So I'm going to shop elsewhere. But if you're playing 6-up or TT, you'd want to sneak him in.
You'd
probably actually TT. You'd want to sneak him in.
Yeah.
All right, or DT.
Or DT, yeah. 6-up, I'd be prepared to drop him off.
Right, OK. What about Daring Heart? We touched on him. This is his trial, covering a bit of ground. Now, there's been horses come out of this perform well, and Forever Posh, though, didn't on the weekend. But
yeah, look, I analysed this race, and I thought that second placing behind Raging Bull was probably one of the best form references for a race like this. It's very even. It could be potentially trappy with the way the speed unfolds. Berto Rispoli's done a fair bit of work in preparation on Daring Heart. He's lightly raced, who looks to have some scope. So I'm going to throw him in the tips. Initially, I had him on top, and then I ended up going and changing him back to something else. But I think he will run well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see him run well. He's got barrier 6, and that was a quiet trial, wasn't it? I didn't find a place for him because I thought it was quite an open race.
All right, OK. Well, still a couple more, or certainly one more to take note of, and that's Megatron. Karis Teaton will be on board. These are his thoughts with Ed Sadler.
Karis, Megatron, this is his first run back for the new season. You've trialled him. That trial looked good.
Yes, he's fit and well. He had a beautiful trial at the Valley last week, so like you say, he's fit and well.
He looks like lightweight. This is the sort of right race, right rating. Would you agree with that?
Yes, when he won with me last time, he wanted a sort of similar type of rating. So he's come down a lot again, and he's fresh. He had a nice trial, and I think he's on the right track.
Drawn gate 10 of 11. Does that bother you?
Not really. He's a type of horse that he can show some speed, and even not, I will just leave him where he's comfortable. He's got no weight, so as soon as I get him comfortable somewhere, he should let down.
A lot of confidence there from Karis. Megatron, is he in there for you, Paul?
Yeah, I've found a place for him. I've put him in there. But I'm going to go with a horse we haven't really talked about on top is Polymer Luck, because I think he can lead. And he's only had 2 starts at Happy Valley, and he's run really well at both of them. So I think he's the sort of horse that's really suited to Happy Valley. He showed ability at Sha Tin, but I think Happy Valley's his course. So only a small horse. Got him on top to beat Tawny. He did show real good glimpses of form last season. If he can reproduce that, and he has got Joe Moreira aboard. Enormous Honour will be consistent, and Megatron we just heard from Karis. I'll play at QQPs 1, 7 and 9 in this.
It's a difficult race, and like Paul, I ended up coming back to Polymer Luck as well. I just think when you have a look at the recent track work with Chad Schofield aboard, he's had 2 trials as well for Chad Schofield. Chad's had 3 rides on the horse for a win and a second. That run behind Club Life at the end of last season was a really good effort at Sha Tin, and then he backed it up and went to win at Happy Valley over Go Win. He's had some quirkiness in his career, but he's maybe just sort of straightening that out as he's had 15 runs now. So he might be just a little bit too good. Daring Heart, Tawny, Enormous Honour. I'd go QQP 6, 7, 9, or even, back the 7.